Hey, what you reading there?
I am reading an article that says drinking can be bad for your health.
Well, that's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
I know.
so what you gonna do about that?
I'm thinking about quitting.
Really?
Yeah.
Never saw that happen.
Well, I think I have to.
Well, I mean, if it's bad for your health.
I'm not quitting drinking. I'm quitting reading. Are you kidding me? Before we mix today's cocktail, let's have a shot of liquor and a shot of knowledge. Prohibition banned anyone from selling alcohol. It was one of the most contested laws of its time. Interesting thing about Prohibition, it is the only constitutional amendment to ever be repealed. Mistakes happen. Let's just be glad this one was omitted and fixed. Today's shot is the CIA. 1 shot of aromatic bitters, 1 ounce of cynar, and 1 ounce of an apple brandy. Love it when you can mix things together and come out amazing. Today's educational moment, I'll be drinking my homemade Amaro. I know many of you are saying, isn't an Amaro a digestive and should be taken in after a meal? And I'd have to say you are correct. But what do you think? I'm doing it correct. I just got finished eating breakfast. The Bobby Burns is very similar to another drink called the Rob Roy, but the Burns has a couple key differences. It uses different measurements than the Roy. The drink wasn't originally called the Bobby Burns. The first recorded recipe of it was written in 1902. It was called the Baby Burns because that baby burns. A few years later, in classic cocktail books like Recipes for Mixed Drinks and Savoy Cocktail Book, they called it the Bobby Burns. Now, no one really knows the true story behind it, but most people believe it's in honor of Robert Burns, the most recognized Scottish poet of all time. Let's mix up some poetry of our own, shall we? Add ice to a mixing glass. 1/2 ounce of Benedictine. ¾ ounce of sweet vermouth. Two ounces of a blended Scotch. But first, we have to have ourselves a shot. I love some Scotch. And that's a Bobby Burns. Today's word of wisdom is motivation. The other day I was driving down the road with a friend, just a short trip, less than 10 minutes. And in that time I managed to honk my horn 3 times. My friend looks to me and says, "My God, do you have to be so rude?" See, I don't think I'm being rude. I think I'm being motivational because I'm trying to motivate the dumbass to get his car in gear. Who's really being rude? Is it the guy sitting on his phone at a green light? Or is it me motivating him to get his head back in the game? It's because I care. I care about the 13 other cars behind us who are also motivated to get a move on. Use your heads. I'm quitting reading. Are you kidding me? Now I will read, if it happens to be a book on drinking more.